I want to talk about this country music star. I didn't know who he was, but you did. And this all has to do with Bud Light, man. I guess country musicians really, really do love their beer, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely,
definitely.
absolutely, dude. Everybody loves their beer. That was my whole point the other day about how dumb this was, and Bud Light with that pathetic wannabe pro-American. Here I come, virtue signal. Look how much we love the country.
Too late.
Too late. You're done. You're done. We're that and Don Jr. The boycott is not ending. Sorry, not sorry. It's not happening, dude.
Right.
I mean, this man. There's just certain places these kind of businesses should never go, and they went there. They went there.
Yep, they did it to themselves, man.
Yeah.
Look here on Outkick. Country music star smashes Bud Light during concert. F that. And this is actually Brantley Gilbert. I haven't heard of him, but Rhodes said he actually heard of him. And we got the video clip here. Look at this tweet. Even though Brantley Gilbert doesn't drink anymore, his reaction to someone throwing him a Bud Light was awesome. Now, I'm not going to, I'm going to just start right here. He has the Bud Light in his hand right there because there's a little bit of like Queen music that play in the background. I don't want to get us copyrighted. And look at him. He's looking at that beer. And then he says this. He does that. And then,
oh, that's good.
Watch this. Somebody threw him another beer from the audience. Threw him a beer right there. So he goes over here to his drummer. I think it's about right here. And there isn't any music playing right here.
You ain't got a hair on your ass if you'll shotgun that son of a bitch. Of course he's got a knife.
He's cutting the beer can open.
Yeah.
Get it, boy! Y'all ready for some damn music?
Yeah. Hell.
Yeah.
Woo!
What kind of? I wonder what kind of beer
That's fun.
he actually was given, right there. I don't know if it even says it or not. Man, but Anheuser Busch suffering, man. I mean, they're suffering so bad that they pulled out probably one of the oldest tricks in the book. We're in trouble. Let's try to get people to come back. And they still got backlash on it. People are done.
Hey, look at this. This was
Hold on,
from.
I gotta take it off.
That is the shelf at the local Walmart.
Oh, in your town?
From Sunday. Yeah.
Oh, I haven't been to the store. I'm gonna have to go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go to my store and see.
There's a Michelob Ultra. I mean, it's just full. It's just full. And I'm gonna tell you, Kerr's gone. I mean, Kerr's beer was just Kerr's was largely gone. Miller Lite was largely gone. Bud Light filled to the brim. They are being hurt right now. I mean, they've been wounded by this.
Yeah.
I hope, and I don't think they're getting these customers back. I don't. I just don't believe it.
Don't. I hope that they don't. But also, you know, Donald Trump Jr. wants to boycott the end. I said no, it cannot end. And check this out, man. Little bit of damage here for the GOP. Trump Jr. GOP under fire for going soft on Bud Light boycotts. No interest in pushing back. Now, I would say that Trump Jr., not necessarily the GOP, Trump Jr. going soft on Bud Light. That's the problem right there. So right here, some of the tweets here. So if you give the GOP enough money, the company can do anything they want to society. Check. See, that's what I was saying right there.
That's
'Cause if
what
you-
I said.
If you end that boycott, yeah, they'll go pro-American and pander to the conservative base again, but then they'll do the same thing again, and they're going to say, all right, we'll just have a temporary loss. It's happened before. No, that's why I said you got to be done forever with these companies. And I know that
Not
Anheuser-Busch donates a lot to the GOP, but so what?
Well, that's exactly the problem. You're saying if you give enough money, you got liberties to just go out and do whatever you want.
Yeah, you're basically
And
pimping yourself out.
what killed me about what he did in this whole deal was I was like, wow, you literally come out and talked about us doing something your dad goes up and destroys the GOP over doing just things just like that. Okay. Yeah. Oh, if you give enough money, I called it out. I said it was one of the most rhino statements I've ever heard in my life. That is gutless. I mean, it is gutless. It truly is that he come out and made that statement, and it did. People started calling him out immediately, like, Don Jr., how much stock do you have in Anheuser-Busch? Because it reeks of you're losing money. That reeks of you're losing money. Or somebody at Anheuser-Busch called Don Jr. and was like, oh, can you get him back on our side? You're a Trump. They'll do anything for a Trump, blah, 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 blah. No, we won't do that. As Don Jr., you don't have it like your senior does. You don't have it.
No.
That's not happening. So you can forget it. I mean, it was to bring up money was offensive, frankly.
Right.
It was offensive to bring up money.
Yeah, I don't care at all. The fundraising of the GOP. I can care less. I mean, fundraise for the GOP, good. Whatever. That money is going to like people like Mitt Romney and Mitch McConnell. They get that money too. So it means nothing to me. Nothing.
I don't give a rat's ass who's getting money.
That's why I say if you're going to donate donate money in politics, donate to individuals.
Right.
Individuals.
Be very careful. Yeah. Be very careful. Ted Cruz destroyed Bud Light, by the way.
Yeah.
He come out and destroyed it. It felt like quid pro quo bullshit. Hey, Don, scratch our backs and we'll scratch yours. It was so swampy. It really was.
Think of this, Rhodes. Think of this. He's calling for the boycott to end on Bud Light. But yet you got the NAACP and all these other socialist communist organizations telling people not to go to Florida. Do you think for 1 second they're going to say, all right, now you can go to Florida? They will never say that. That's the difference between the left and the right, man. The left, they'll stick to their guns.
No, I know it.
They will stick to their guns. They're out there telling you to transition your children. They're never going to say, don't do it. When they say something, they stick to it, no matter how crazy it is. Now, some people have flipped on the defund the police thing, but that's mainly because around election times, they kind of want to distance themselves from that kind of stuff. Pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah, it's absolutely nuts. And somebody was talking about the other day how far we had come. Back in the day, Bud Light released they released an ad that featured guys that were regularly in their ads, supposed to be these beer drinking dudes.
Yeah.
And it was a parody. And now we've full circled into parody being real. It was 4 guys coming into a bar dressed as women. This was an ad from like 1988 or something.
Really?
They were dressed as a woman, but they were there because it was ladies' night and they wanted cheap Bud Light. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. They all had like mustaches and shit, and I was like, wow, Bud Light has literally made a parody become reality because it was a complete parody joke video. It was hilarious. And I was like, we've come full circle where the guys that were entering ladies' night are actually guys entering ladies' night. And it's crazy how out of touch they have gotten. All those great ads and things like that is why people got drawn to their brand. And that whole, let me show, I'm going to tell you, I do feel bad for them Clydesdale horses. I hope y'all find a better beer, you know.
Yeah.
The frogs, I hope you got better beer. It's pathetic. Is this the most, of all the products that went woke, is this the one that is most surprising, maybe, at this point?
Yeah, it probably is. But I'm gonna also say this. I saw a poll that Clay Travis actually put up on Twitter, and he was actually asking which one is worse. Is it Nike endorsing Dylan Mulvaney, or is it Bud Light? I voted Nike. What Nike's doing is worse because they're literally getting a man to promote women's clothing, wearing women's clothing when he's not even a woman. Whereas Bud Light, beer, of course, the target market is men, but anybody can drink beer. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I probably would have still voted for Bud Light because I feel like Nike had already flamethrowed their brand so badly.
Yeah.
From all their previous bullshit, like Colin Kaepernick and
also, I was out on Nike
China,
anyway, so it didn't affect me that much.
Exactly. I feel like, honestly, it's Bud Light is so targeted towards. It was so targeted brand wise towards all American people.
Right.
The everyday blue collar dude that wants to have a beer after a hard day.
Spit in the face of men.
Exactly. I mean, I'm sorry, Bud Light, but your target damn demographic was toxic masculinity. And it was glorious.
You notice in that Budweiser commercial, there was no women. It was the horse and it was men.
Yeah.
That's what it was. All right.